this, okay? As long as the stream is ending pages up there, the microphone doesn't go through. I don't think anyway.
What's happening? LA is under attack. The Civil War is starting. What does that mean? Attacks? What's happening right now? Oh, wow. Hold on. What the fuck is happening? Hey, everyone. Michael here. CopperCab here. Copper. A protest erupted in the Los Angeles area today as the region's top federal prosecutor said federal law enforcement operations were proceeding as planned across the county. The protest across the street from a Home Depot in the city of Paramount happened as LA County Sheriff Robert Luna said federal agents were in the process of staging in the offices adjacent to the business. Law enforcement used less than lethal munitions as well as what appeared to be tear gas in an effort to disperse crowds. President Trump tonight signed a memo to federalize 2,000 National Guardsmen, arguing the deployment is necessary to combat what the White House says is the lawlessness that has been allowed to fester in Los Angeles. This move comes over the objection of Governor Gavin Newsom, who has said it will erode trust and escalate tensions. Interesting. What is happening? I didn't even know about this. Trump is sending in the National Guard for what? Hey, what's up, Impernell? I appreciate that, man. Let's watch a little bit of that. Let's watch a little bit of that clip. I thought I would do one last stream before I went to Alaska. You know, hopefully we don't have any morons in the chat tonight. Hopefully no one abuses the bot or anything stupid like that. There was a whole conversation with I don't want to even get into what Sharon said, okay? But quite frankly, I'm not in the fucking mood to deal with clowns tonight. Anyway, it's the last stream I'm going to be doing until I return home. So, yeah, this is the last stream. I mean, when I stop, I'm not going to be streaming tomorrow. I got to get up early in the morning to go, and I'm going to be getting on a flight from Wichita, and I'll be traveling from Wichita to, eventually I'll be landing in Alaska. We're going to connect in Hawaii. We're going to go from Wichita to Seattle, from Seattle to Hawaii, from Hawaii to Alaska. I'm going to be getting on several planes tomorrow. It's going to be a long, long day of traveling. So, you know, I'm not really, you know, if you have any fucking heart at all, you won't irritate me tonight with any bot abuse or anything stupid like that, and just let me chill. And chill with me, okay? Don't be a moron. You know, don't be that guy. Don't be the cocky one in the group, okay? Anyway. Yeah, I want to see this, what is going on in California? Los Angeles live. Let's check this out, you guys. Let's check this out. Oh, well, first I want to see this game trailer real quick. I want to watch this.
Hey everyone, Hans here for Kuala Lumpur. While we are all busy...
We are Vinyl City, the music capital of the world. 3 years...
Winky. Okay, Winky? You're blending in with the banana on your shirt. Reject modernity. Embrace hot bananas. Okay. That's, yeah. Very funny. That's great. Yeah, nothing. Okay, you're fine. You're fine. ICE raids in Los Angeles sparked protests and outrage.
We want to head back to that breaking news of ICE raids happening in several locations across LA.
Let's get up to Rich Prickett. He's overhead one of those locations in downtown Los Angeles, the Fashion District. Rich?
Yeah, Glenn and Kareen, we are back in the Fashion District. This is the Ambiance Apparel store where the FBI, Homeland Security, and ICE agents have been performed a raid a couple of hours ago, and they were inside for quite some time, and we're just now seeing some people that are being detained, being brought out from the facility here. About couple dozen people that are now being taken into custody. Now the FBI had brought in some reinforcements to help with the crowd control that had started to surround the building earlier on, and there was quite a scuffle, as a matter of fact, as they were trying to make room for these vans to make their way into the parking lot, where they are now detaining several people from the Ambiance Apparel store here in the Fashion District. And you can see some of that crowd that still remains to the rear of the facility with all the FBI agents and a couple of the Bearcats that arrived here. So they did need to bring in some backup here to help with the crowd control so that they can bring in these vans. Now we're seeing a couple people being detained. This is one of a few raids we have seen early this morning, and 2 locations in regards to this particular company, Ambiance. Live in Sky 5 and Rich Prickett. Send it back to you.
All right, Rich, just want to point out what you see earlier. This is what took place in the Westlake District. That was this morning. That was another raid, and now we've got this separate raid taking place in the Fashion District.
And Rich, we don't know the exact nature of these raids, but during the last hour, I believe, we saw some sort of scuffle taking place in the streets. Not sure if they were activists, but they were people on the ground, and they were using their bodies to obstruct vehicles that were...
whatever. Yeah, this is kind of crazy. I didn't know about this, though. I just now learned about this. I guess I've been busy getting ready for my cruise in Alaska. This is live? That's Times Square. LA breaking news crime cruise, whatever the fuck that means. I can't be live in California because it's nighttime, so that doesn't make much sense. 20 minutes ago, here we go. This doesn't seem like any kind of a civil war. It just seems like people that are pissed off in the street. I mean, I've been to a protest. I've been to a few, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I spoke at one. I did a big speech at a free speech rally, and there was huge protests going on. Way bigger than this that we see on the screen. I mean, there was a much bigger crowd. And I got on stage and I did a big speech about, you know, just because we disagree doesn't mean we need to silence each other. I have the right to, like, not listen to you. I have every right to ignore you, but I shouldn't have the right to silence you. And that goes vice versa. So, like, yeah. Where's the protest at? This is it? A bunch of people walking around with their phones out? And a guy holding a flag. Okay. And some armed guards. Okay.
Blocking my view, but I did see him fall. I did see him fall, and now he's on the ground. So that might be the first arrest of the night here. But you know.
What are they guarding exactly? It's cool how they have all their cars out with the doors like that. Like they're like shields. Like riot shields, kind of. Stationary. America is healing now. No, we do not. Don't talk about. Okay, if you're a redhead, you can say ginger. But if you're not a ginger, don't say that. I shouldn't have to tell you that for the 100th time. 100,000th time. Jackass. What's going on now, Winky Dinks? This is a live action role play of what the clowns will do to Redland. We'll invade when we will dominate. No, you won't. You won't do shit. You're not gonna do anything, Winky. You're not gonna harass me anymore. You're not gonna abuse the bot. You're not gonna piss me off. I'm not gonna get upset. I'm not gonna yell. The clowns are over. The clowns have retired. I finally beat them. In the long run, I will win. When it comes to me versus the clowns, good will prevail. Okay? You're not doing anything to Redland. Redland will be free. Redland will rise. And you're just going to be, a fucking goofy clown at the end of the day. Sorry, bud. Sorry. I'm not sorry, actually. I'm really not sorry. Look, I'm too tired to deal with you, okay? Frankly, I'm too tired to put up with you. Shut up. And you know what? If people start pardon my language, if people start harassing me, I'll just end the stream. I thought I'd do one last final stream before I left for Alaska to be nice. Give you guys one last chance before I get back. I'm going to be gone like probably over a week. When I get back from Alaska, it'll be the 19th. So, or the 18th or 19th. It'll be 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think we get back on the 16th. Yeah, 15th or the 16th. We're gone for a week. And then, so it's the last stream for a week. And I thought I'd just hang out for like 30 minutes or so. Just kind of kick it, hang out, 30, 45, and go get some sleep. I thought it'd be chill. But Cooper, who will supply Redland? Either Ireland or Scotland. They both have programs with the government where they have islands that have low to no, like very minimal population, low to no population. And they're looking for, they will, basically it's an investment. I'd like to be able to get it so we can apply for some government help. No, not EBT, but I want to make it an NGO, or sorry, an NPO, nonprofit organization, and make it a preservation and a cultural preservation and heritage project, where we preserve the ginger gene, which is obviously associated with that region, famously, like St. Patrick's Day. And every holiday like that usually has red-haired people are closely associated with the Celtic region, Celtic people. I know why that is. Not many people recognize it, but I know why that is. But anyway, the point to the government, I hope I can do a thing where I can get to talk to somebody, and submit a proposal. Where basically we can apply for some kind of like Europe, maybe some European some help, maybe the EU or not the EU. I don't know what I'm trying. Anyway, so when you ask who will supply Redland, I would say either Ireland or Scotland, somewhere around there. Great Britain, Northern Ireland, Ireland itself. There's many islands. There's a thing called the Our Islands or something program. Basically, you can look that up. It's where they can they'll basically pay you money if you're willing to go to one of these islands, from what I understand. And they'll give you like 80 grand, 80,000 pounds or something, with the goal of making that, derelict building or that island generate income for the government of Ireland or the government of Scotland as a whole. And it's basically, so the idea would be to make kind of a northwestern European version of like think Hawaii, but Celtic. Think Hawaii, but it's Celtic culture instead of Hawaiian culture, instead of Polynesian, There will be ice waiting for you at the airport. Shut up. Shut up. Stop. Shut up. Winky Dinks, except you've been registered as a threat and they won't let you on the soil or anywhere near them. Or near any of them. Anywhere or near any of them. It was on the news. No, it's not. No. Winky, you're the only one being rude. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up, Winky Dinks. Okay? I'm not a threat, and they know that. Be quiet. Enough. It's too late for this nonsense now. Act right. Goofball. Why is there no audio on this? It seems so dumb. There's no audio.
2 hours. The deputies from the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department have since pushed back an iconic location here in Compton. But as it turns to night here, protesters at this intersection have started to settle down a little bit. And again, deputies have since moved toward the 710 freeway. Here we go with a car doing a donuts here at the intersection. That same intersection is the one you're looking at now, where the car caught fire. There was a white Kia that came into the intersection a few hours ago, caught fire, and that set off a lot of mayhem here.
Almost hit that guy. Legit almost hit that guy.
Caught fire, and that set off a lot of mayhem here. Hours ago, caught fire, and that set off a lot of mayhem here in Compton. Fireworks from the protesters toward the deputies. Deputies then shooting pepper balls at protesters, shooting flashbangs at protesters. Protesters scattering at that point, and then it really got chaotic at that point. So within the last hour, again, deputies starting to retreat.
Hello, Grim and Rude. Takeovers are awesome, man. I did it before. What does that even mean? Do you mean take out, like fast food?
And then it calming down here. We do have some sound from some protesters who we spoke with earlier today, as well as the sheriff. Let's go ahead and roll that.
Why are you still being annoying? Squire Bim Tuckles? What kind of a fucking name is that? Gigaboy? Don't call me Gigaboy, and don't call me Ginger Boy. And you don't tell me to go to bed. I'll go to bed when I feel like going to bed. I'm a grown man. Ginger queers neither. Oh, shut up. Jerk.
You want to shoot? Can you zoom on the flags?
I'll go to bed when I feel like it.
Still a very active situation here in Compton. If you live in this area, a good idea to avoid the intersection of Alondra and Atlantic. And no one is getting over the bridge over the 710 freeway. You can see in the distance here a lot of Mexican flags, a lot of American flags. People, again, upset with these ICE raids and coming here to Compton.
All right. What is this now? The Sun.ie. Copper, they don't like you, you massive bell. Don't call me a bellend, idiot! Don't call me a fucking bellend. You're a bellend. Don't call me a bellend, jackass. I'm not a bellend. Don't call me that. What is this now? The Sun? The Irish Sun, Ireland? Hot stove YouTube star CopperCab poos himself. Silver high. Was dramatically done at number 2 in his pants. Really? Really? That's not funny. I did not shit myself. I did not poop myself, dude. That's not funny, man. Why do they have my ass on the Irish Sun? Bro, That's not funny. That's not funny at all. 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 Bro. Why would I tell them that? Why would I tell them that? Okay, to the people saying you gotta hit the gym, this was pre-Iron Cab. This was before I was Iron Cab, okay? So I got in shape before, I can get in shape again. Alright, I'm not watching that.
To show their frustrations, guys.
They don't play that.
Yeah, there's a couple dozen deputies down the street here. You can't see them from where we're standing, but they're just past the Dave's Donuts here on the corner. Still a couple dozen deputies holding strong with their riot shields. They have some green fencing laid out in front of them. Again, they're not letting anyone get over the overpass, which crosses over the 710 freeway. Can't see them from where we are now, but there are still some protesters clashing with those deputies, and we'll work to get a better shot for you guys coming up here at 8:30.
Why are they mad again?
Thank you. Bye. Fernando Delgado. I'm Zach. This is Anna. We're with KCAL, CBS. Thank you for taking the time. So, you were saying that ICE took your girlfriend early this morning. What's your girlfriend's name and what happened?
Her name is Giselle Medina. We were at a stop sign on the other side, at a stoplight. We're at a stoplight.
One more time. Go ahead. Just look at me.
We were at a stoplight on the other side of Paramount, right? Over there in Alondra.
Winky, you're starting to piss me off, dude. Seriously, stop. I just want to watch this and chill out with you guys and hang out some. And the Irish do like me, Winky. In the live chat, shut up. Don't call me CopperCab. Do not call me CopperCab. Do not. I'm not poop. We know you do caca yourself. No, I do not caca myself regularly. Although I can appreciate you using the Spanish language. At least you're not one of the dumber, white people that can't even speak Spanish. You pronounce quesadilla, quesadilla. You got any of them quesadillas? Shut up, Winky Dinks. I am not CopperCab. Don't call me CopperCab again. Don't call me CopperCab.
Went out of nowhere and in the stop. Immigration agents, ICE, all that came, They came dressed up in all their military gear and they stopped traffic. When they stopped traffic, we started noticing. And I told my girl, that's immigration right there. What they started doing was they went in front of a business, a negocio, and they started raiding it. They started bringing people out in vans. Once they started doing that, that's when everybody knew, what was going on. And everybody was there in the traffic jam. Everybody, right? You're stuck in your car, in your vehicle. When they saw us looking at them doing all that, that's when they started throwing tear gas. Everybody was still in their vehicles. As soon as a as one of the tear
You said there was, who was behind you?
behind us, there was a woman and her young daughter. She was around 13. I kept in touch with them, and as we speak, she's in the hospital because the tear gas bomb hit her right in the face. They were right behind us, taking notice that we're not there to protest. We were stuck at the light, right? But we're witnessing everything happening right in front of our eyes. The tear gas explodes. They come out crying out of their vehicle, and they can't breathe. They're literally on the ground, right? I have the video. I have the footage, right?
And so what do you and your girlfriend do at that point?
We get off, and we see everybody else getting off to record. Peacefully, we do not throw anything at them. We're not yelling at them. We're just recording what's going on because people deserve.
Another point, when an immigrant or when a Spanish person in this country, obviously someone who's lost their girlfriend to ICE raids, is speaking, you do not talk over them or abuse about or fucking, or not fucking, sorry, part of my language, not sorry, but part of my language. Or, you know what I mean, use the Streamlabs link, like, don't interrupt while they're talking. That's very rude, man. That is unnecessary.
To know the truth. We're not yelling at them. We're just recording what's going on because people deserve to know the truth. This is why you guys are here. This is because, you know, these things need to be documented. This is what they wanted. They wanted people to riot. They wanted the people to start fireworks. They wanted the people to start burning out. Why? Because this is the effect. So they can make us look bad. So they can make us seem that we're the ones causing this, that we started it. We didn't start this.
So you jump out of your car and you start recording. So what happens from there? Tell me what happens with your girlfriend.
As soon as we start recording, that's when they start pointing the tear guns, and they start shooting everything. Everything, everywhere. So we can't breathe, we can't see anything. She has her phone. One of the agents, I hear them go for the people with the phones. They went straight for my girlfriend. They ripped her out of my arms. They took her. They threw me. They threw me her phone. And I was like, where are you guys taking her? She's born here. Just like me. I'm a proud American. I'm a proud Mexican as well.
She was born in America and ICE abducted her?
But it's not fair that yesterday and the past months, ever since his presidency, you know, innocent people are taken from their houses, from their workplaces, you know, for no reason. If anything, documentation should be like a fix-it ticket.
Have you heard from your girlfriend? Have you heard from authorities? Do you know what's going on? Do you know if she's being charged? What's the latest? Anything?
I literally have her phone. Friends and family, I started posting it. Telemundo, Univision, all of them, you know. Everybody's been hitting us up. What's going on? I've been contacting all the immigration.
Winky, listen to me right now, okay? You need to shut up. Deport Aubrey to Harold's house? Don't you talk about my wife again, punk. Mention Aubrey again, I'll get Emma Watson out. Don't start with me, boy. Don't talk about my wife again, punk.
Centers.
You wouldn't say that to my face. Shush your mouth. And if you don't want to shush your mouth, well, leave the stream.
I contacted the sheriff's department. There's no answers. There's no answers. Everybody's, I'm guessing they're busy out here, you know, and nobody's answering. And most likely, since it's the weekend, I won't see her till next week because nobody's going to be answering this whole weekend.
And how do you feel that this happened and you were there and now she's been detained?
At the moment, I was crying. I felt like a knot in my throat. I saw the little girl right there in front of me, you know, that couldn't breathe. I started seeing people like panic. What's going on here in our city? We've never seen stuff like this happen here, right? We start feeling compassion for others that may not have the you know, may not have documentation or have the privilege of being born here, you know, that are taken. I overheard somebody saying that somebody there, they were picking up their parents, their mom, because today their daughter was graduating, another girl my age. She said, I was picking up my mom early, you know, because my little sister is graduating today. So I was like, do you not have respect? You know, we're not criminals.
Dude, I don't even know what that means. How am I supposed to react to that? How am I supposed to read that? How am I supposed to say anything in response to that? I don't know what you're even saying. All right, let me get out the freaking translator. Okay, guys, if you use streamlabs.com/CopperCab, okay, I don't mind if you use it, just don't abuse it. Okay, links, it's pinned in the live chat. It's in the top of the description. $2 or more your message on the screen, $10 or more your a robot will read out loud. You know what I mean? Y'all been here before, I'm sure. Well, I mean, I assume. Listen, if you're gonna use that link, I don't mind if you use the link. Just don't be annoying or rude or obnoxious. But if you're going to use it, and look, I don't mean this disrespectfully. Listen, I don't mean this to be rude, because obviously I'm not like someone who's like, oh, you have to use English, blah, 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 like, speak English, boy. Like, I'm not saying it like that, okay? I'm not being racist or offensive. I'm not being rude, or I'm not trying to be a nationalist or like an English supremacist. I'm not trying to do that at all. But I can't understand these, okay? So it's going to cause me to have to go out of my way to search it and Google it. Can you not just translate it before you send the comment? Okay, and can I even copy it? Control copy. Winky Dinks. Shut up about my wife, dumbass. Okay. Winky Dinks, okay? That's your first warning. 2 more times. You know what? Do I need to get Emma Watson? Do I need to get Emma Watson out? What does this mean? Translate. What does this even mean? Okay. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got here. Okay. Control V. There we go. What does we have? I pooped my pants. Okay. Wow. LOL. Do you poop your pants often? No, I do not poop my pants often. Could you not have just translated that before you sent it? That's so obnoxious. Don't laugh at that. That's not funny. That's just being obnoxious. You're being rude for no reason. That's not funny. Winky Dinks, don't talk about my wife again, dummy. And don't call me CopperCab. And I'm not a fuck face either. You don't even know how to spell fuck. F-U-C-K, not F-U-G-G. Fug face? What is that, like fugly? Don't call me a fuck face. You need to get a better personality and a better attitude and say some better things.
We are doing, yes, I know they're doing bad stuff, but people that are working are not criminals. We're not criminals. We deserve respect because we help people with labor that people don't want to do, you know? And it's affecting us Mexicans, Guatemalans, Salvadorians, any other Hispanics. And it's just not fair.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Can I get your number?
Yes.
What was the last name again?
Delgado.
Number?
562-360-4345.
Okay, got it. Okay, I'll text you. I'll text you right now, Fernando. Thank you. I'm wishing you the best. Hey, sorry, we were interviewing a gentleman whose girlfriend was taken by ICE this morning. Mojo's here. We are not by other news crews. We're in a good little spot. We have a little section that's kind of sectioned off. But again, Mojo's here. Our 2 security guards are here.
Oh, it's not. Oh, it's not Winky Dinks. Oh, look at this. Squire Bim Tuckles. Hello. That's an interesting, kind of odd, but, you know, interesting name. Hello. What is this? Squire. Donated too. Appreciate that. They said, hey, you should have some ice cream. Yeah, not right now. Maybe tomorrow, when I get off the plane.
Good about it, but
Appreciate you.
we aren't.
Maybe tomorrow. The Mexican flag. Aww.
Right next to Dave's Donuts.
Dude. Mayor of Ohio super chat is $1.99 a stick. Can you link the video playing great stream? Oh, sure. Yeah, I can do that. I can do that. I don't mind linking the video. Mayor. And there you go.
live pictures out of Paramount, California, where protesters have been clashing with police all day outside a Home Depot. It is still unconfirmed whether immigration officials were conducting an ICE raid. By radical speakers.
Is the attack on all of us, and Los Angeles does not back down for that kind of fight.
Continue fighting until we reconstruct every single institution from the ground up so that we can grant full amnesty for all immigrants. Demand full compensation for all of the victims of this criminal injustice system.
What's going to change this is organizing, and not just any type of organizing, militant organizing.
Incredibly, Mayor Karen Bass is still standing with the protesters, saying she's fighting for all Angelenos regardless of immigration status, and doubling down.
If anyone starts calling her a ginger, okay, just chill out.
That L.A. is a city of migrants, leaving out the illegal part. But the people on the side, as Karen Bass, are threatening ICE agents, spray painting death to ICE on dumpsters. Gavin Newsom also weighing in on the riots and blamed them on, get this, President Trump, accusing him of tearing families apart. And this chaos has now spread to New York City today alone as protesters organized in Lower Manhattan. Joining us to break down everything in terms of these protests is border czar Tom Homan. Tom, how is ICE responding to these protests? And thanks for joining us tonight.
Look, we're going to continue doing our job. And yesterday we got 118 arrests. You know, I was out here yesterday to kick off this operation. And what people aren't talking about is ICE served, you know, several warrants yesterday. These were criminal warrants. This is a criminal investigation. And today we're continuing operations. They're not going to shut us down. We're out there right now doing operations. We're going to keep doing operations. We brought in more resources to push back the protesters, but I'll say it again, a serious warning. You can protest all you want. You got your First Amendment rights. But if you cross that line of impediment, or you're putting hands on officers or destroy property, you will be prosecuted. There's zero tolerance on crossing that lines, and that's what we're standing by. We're bringing more resources as we speak. We'll have more resources tonight. We're going to continue doing the job that American people voted Donald Trump in office to do, and we're not going to apologize for doing it.
Tom, it's Alicia Acuna. Again, thank you so much for being here. During the protest yesterday, a Los Angeles City Council member called for mobilization against ICE. Listen.
They know how quickly we mobilize. That's why they're changing tactics. Because community defense works and our resistance has slowed them down before. And if they're escalating their tactics, then so are we. When they show up, we gotta show up even stronger.
So, Tom, will the Trump administration take action?
Guys, I think I'm gonna go to bed. I need to go to bed, man. I got a long day tomorrow. But I still wanted to hang out with you guys for a little bit anyway. Okay? But before I do that, one more thing.
The more I've spoken about feminism, the more I have realized that fighting for women's rights has too often become synonymous with man-hating. If there is one thing I know for certain, it is that this has to stop. I started questioning gender-based assumptions a long time ago. When I was 8, I was confused being called bossy because I wanted to direct the plays that we would put on for our parents. But the boys were not. When at 14, I started to be sexualized by certain elements of the media. When at 15, my girlfriends started dropping out of their beloved sports teams because they didn't want to appear muscly. When it
Are you really gonna start
trip,
this?
You cuddless faggot.
Oh, you know what, bitch? I'll fucking rewind the stream then, punk. I'm restarting the video. Every time you fucking touch that bot, I'm gonna start it from the beginning. Every single time. Every single time this video is interrupted. Every time it's interrupted, I'm starting it over. You wanna try me, Garage Lad? I'm not stupid. Punk. You're going to listen to this without an interruption. Winky Dinks, don't soil yourself in your... I'm not gonna soil myself, bitch. Shut up. Sleep on your caca. You sleep on your caca. I don't caca myself in my sleep.
The more I've spoken about feminism...
Don't interrupt with the bot again. I need to stop the stream so I can go to bed. Shut up. I'm starting it over now. I'm playing it.
The more I've spoken about feminism, the more I have realized that fighting for women's rights. The more I've spoken about feminism, the more I have realized that fighting for women's rights has too often become synonymous with man-hating. If there is one thing I know for certain, it is that this has to stop. I started questioning gender-based assumptions a long time ago. When I was 8, I was confused being called bossy because I wanted to direct the plays that we would put on for our parents. But the boys were not. When at 14, I started to be sexualized by certain elements of the media. When at 15, my girlfriends started dropping out of their beloved sports teams because they didn't want to appear muscly. When at 18, my male friends were unable to express their feelings. I decided that I was a feminist, and this seemed uncomplicated to me. But my recent research has shown me that feminism has become an unpopular word. Women are choosing not to identify as feminist. Why has the word become such an uncomfortable one? I am from Britain, and I think it is right that I am paid the same as my male counterparts. I think it is right that I should be able to make decisions about my own body. I think it is right that women be involved on my behalf in the policies and the decisions that will affect my life.
All right. Y'all, have a good night, okay? Take care. Much love to all of you. Yeah, I need to sleep. I need to go sleep, guys. I'm pretty pooped. Not pooping my pants. No caca. That's just a saying, means I'm going to sleep. I'm tired. Okay, guys. Much love. Take care. Peace out. Much love. This is not a rage quit. I'm tired. But I'll see you guys when I get back from Alaska. When I return from my 7-day journey, I will be going on Barstool Sports. Something with Barstool. Some show with a guy named Mook. M-O-O-K. You can look that up. Some show. He's a redhead guy that works with Barstool, and he's got a show in some show. And he's a big fan of mine, he says, over Twitter DMs. And yeah, so when I talked to him, I messaged him about it. I asked him about the Ginger Pearl Harbor comment. So he was like, no. And he was like being very nice, and yeah. I didn't press him too hard. It's whatever, man. I'm gonna go to sleep. Good night, you guys. But yeah, when I get back, I'll be doing that, and I might end up going on Lawcow to be a guest. I'm not gonna go on there to be like a main host or anything. I don't want to do that. I've made that very clear. And I've been asked before about being a host on Lawcow. I don't know about all that. I don't know about all that. But anyway, take care, y'all. Have a good night. Peace.